What we're expecting through today's memorial service.
Thank you very much. As you can hear that noise, or rather that sound behind me, people have started arriving. Remember, it's starting at 12. The main speech will be delivered by the Deputy President, David Mabuza. But there will be a number of other speakers who will speak. This is a memorial service of a very important South African, Dr. Zola Skweyiya. But with me is the acting political editor to perhaps share some thoughts with us with regards to this occasion. Welcome, Sophie. So what can we expect in this memorial service?
Well, of course, you'll see most of the former ministers sharing their thoughts, their experience with Dr. Zola Skweyiya. You know very well that he started in 1994 as the Minister of Public Service and Administration under President Nelson Mandela. This is the man who's been credited with an effort to ensure that we have the type of civil service that we have today. And you'd recall that he had a huge responsibility to transform the then apartheid civil service to a democratic civil service. The concept of Batupili, where the focus in terms of the civil servants was to ensure that they deliver services to ordinary people. And then he was moved to Social Development Department. Again here, you are aware that the ANC-led government came up with a program to ensure that they enlarge the safety net, where you had more people getting the grants. And this is the man who started the program, the SASA program. And then, of course, 2009, he was then moved to United Kingdom, where he became a High Commissioner. Again, his experience in terms of diplomacy working very well, because you are aware that after getting his education at Lovedale under Govan Mbeki, he was mentored by a guy like Govan Mbeki, or a leader like Govan Mbeki. And then he became an activist for Umkhonto weSizwe. He went to exile, he went to Russia, and then he worked at the African Continental Body, the Organization of African Unity, where he represented the ANC. Therefore, he had vast experience of diplomacy also.
You know, as much as he's very well known, perhaps within certain circles, but some people would say he was not the out-and-out person. But here we see the president declaring a special official memorial and funeral category 1. What does it say about this man?
It speaks to his contribution, as I indicated, an activist in terms of Umkhonto weSizwe. Secondly, going to the USSR, where he got training, and then going to Tanzania, working there, going to Addis Ababa, representing the ANC during the time of the Organization of African Unity, and then coming back to South Africa post-1994, starting a very important Department of Public Service and Administration. I mean, you cannot ask for more. And secondly, he was an introvert. He was quiet, but he was a hard worker. Delivery was the motto with Dr. Zola Skweyiya.
What does this say to perhaps the broader ANC, given that some of their stalwarts are leaving? I mean, last week we buried Mama Winnie Mandela, we buried Baba George Nene. So what does this say? What does it say to the morale of the organization, given the current challenges it's facing?
I think the country at large, particularly the civil servants where they are, they must remember people like Dr. Zola Skweyiya. When he started the department as a minister, transforming that civil service department to ensure that it is all about ordinary people, but all South Africans. They must go back to the basics. They must remember the Batupili. Coming to the ANC as a party, they must learn or remind themselves about what people like Zola Skweyiya stood for in terms of serving the nation at large, not only themselves.
Thank you very much, Sophie. That was our acting political editor there, Sophie Mokoena. As I said, at 12 o'clock we expect the memorial service to kick off. The main speech will be delivered by the Deputy President, David Mabuza. Back to the studio.